Hi everyone, thank you for coming back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. My name is Denise and I am reading on our Monday, May 10th, 2021. Hope you guys have had a good weekend. So we have the Three of Wands reversed and our theme is the High Priestess reversed. Flanked by the Four of Pentacles. Ooh, we had the Four of Pentacles yesterday for Mother's Day. That's interesting. Well, actually, let me make some room here. Okay, here we go. So, well, with the High Priestess reversed, I think it just might be that maybe we're kind of recuperating from the morning. This morning from the weekend. Or maybe I am saying the right thing where maybe we're recuperating from a lot of dream time. And then this morning we woke up with a full plate to write down in our dream journals. That's very possible. Because the High Priestess is all about, understanding in our intelligence that comes from our higher selves. And we get those downloads in dream time. And, because the image of her, let me show you the beauty of this card. I just love it. Chris-Anne really did an excellent job with this deck. But normally this is getting downloads from your higher self. This has to do... You can even see the little glyphs for the runes. I think this one here has to do with the self. This one might be rebirth. I forget. I think this one's gateway there. And I forget, P is Perth, but I can't remember what it stands for. I haven't messed with the runes in years and years and years, but they were one of my first, the I Ching and the runes were one of my first... divination systems, and then I found tarot and just went, oh, well, I'm going here. But anyway, so when the High Priestess comes through reversed, that can have us in that realm of maybe being a little overwhelmed with our spiritual, downloads sometimes. Other times it can bring in some self-doubt because we haven't been tuning into our higher self as much as we should. But pat yourself on the back and give yourself all kinds of leeway and space if that was the case, because maybe you really did a good job planning to honor your mother and your grandmother and other nurturing women in your life all weekend. And it was all about them. So maybe there's some clarity that came through in dream time, because I see this as kind of a download, but that could be the case whether it's upright or reversed. It's just that when it comes through reversed, that brings in that element of not having that integration yet, that brings in the full understanding. Now, with the Three of Wands reversed, again, both of these cards were in the realm of self-doubt. And I know we've had a couple of videos this last week that I think touched into self-doubt. And I'm here to tell you that it's, for me anyway, and let me know if you're going through it yourself. Or, I'm not in it now, but for me, what I would like to say is that it was the hardest hurdle. It was the toughest hurdle. To get over, because we all have those little like, what do you call them, like little places that gnaw at you, kind of niggle, that come up from your brain. It's just, it can be background thoughts that distract you away from your higher self. And it can be a real, battle to turn it around, because when the Three of Wands is straight up, that brings us in that realm of being able to wait patiently. And if the High Priestess is straight up, this is, to me, with the combo of all these cards, this Four of Pentacles brings in that element of sitting your butt down and meditating, calling in your higher self, and being very, very patient and waiting for the messages. Sitting with a pad of paper on your lap and waiting for the messages. Or taking the physical initiative to create that structure that you need in your life so that you will meditate every day, even if it's only 10 minutes. But if you're trying to manifest something, a general rule is it's going to take about 20 minutes a day, and you're going to work out all the obstacles to getting what you want, like in meditation, if you do it the way that it works for me anyway. Because you're wanting to go here, you're here and you want to get here. Whatever's in the middle will be the obstacle, or otherwise you'd already have it. Sometimes the obstacle is, because I see this card as a very manifest, where you've manifested something. Sometimes the obstacle is that you're not meditating, you're not sitting down, you're not lying down if you need to. You can do your meditations lying down if you're exhausted, but you usually fall asleep. That can happen. So you have to be careful with that. But dream time, keeping a dream journal, helps to access where our heads will get out of the way. Our minds will not be there to interject. Our unconscious agenda won't have any play in dream time, because your spirit will give you the messages that you need in order to move forward. And when the Three of Wands comes through reverse, that tells me that there could be a little impatience in understanding the deeper realms, the inner wisdom, because we all have a wise unconscious. That's that part of our higher self that doesn't mind that life is a mystery and we can take our time with it. So when it comes to having that solid manifestation and that security, that place where you can protect yourself, that place where you actually have possession of yourself, and you're not allowing yourself to be distracted, that takes a lot of work. And it might take a daily spiritual practice for years before it becomes something that you just naturally do, and before you realize, like for me in my process, it had been being in it deeply and then getting distracted and not being in it, and then realizing, oh, that's a real need for me to sit and meditate every day. I really need it. And then later on it morphed into, just going through my day, connected with how I was feeling all the time. That seemed to be kind of a walking, waking bit of a meditation. And then not being defensive about not having things exactly the way I wanted them. That was another layer that I had to get through. So whatever we have to get through in our human daily lives in order to get back to that place where our intuition flows, we do certainly have to be patient. We do have to be patient, because it really is a process, and it's not linear. It's a spiraling in where you have to take whatever comes and work with it. Whatever obstacle. So if you catch yourself in a place where you can't focus, you can meditate on why can't I focus. If you can't sit still and meditate, move around if you need to. There's walking meditations. There are open-eyed, like staring into a flame of a candle meditations. There are so many different types of meditations, but the task is to like clear your head and let your intuition bubble up from below. And of course it's everywhere in the universe too. It's in every cell in your body. Your wisdom, your spark, your divine spark, your beautiful spirit is within every single cell inside of your body. The nucleus of every cell in your body contains your divine spark. And to sit and be with that and let it come up, let it bubble up from within, is however you choose to do it. That can be the most beautiful spiritual practice that there is. And you'll be surprised at what you get. So because when the Three of Wands comes up to me reversed, that's my self-doubt card. Not listening to your inner voice is the High Priestess reversed to me. So when you're in self-doubt, it's because you're not listening to your intuition. Or I should just leave it this way. If you sit, I'm repeating myself here, sorry. If you sit and meditate and open to your higher self, you'll have that patience that it takes to find whatever's in the way of you having what you want in your life. And then it can be really, really beautiful. So let me use, let's set these over here. Move some things around. Let me use the Spirit Animal Oracle and see what else, because I feel like there's still something else. And actually this card over here. Okay. Yeah. Well, this one's pretty cool. I haven't seen this card in a while. Groundhog Spirit says it's time to let go. Yeah. So I guess how about we just let go of our distractions? How about we just set the intention to let go of our distractions so that we can focus on what matters in our lives? So we can get to that place where we have our priorities really straight. And then we also have, oh yeah, so Nightingale Spirit. I love this card. Look at that beautiful green. Love is all around. That's the thing. Most of us forget that the natural structure of our existence here in the universe and on Earth and all of the universes, all of the manifest universes, and even unmanifest. Unmanifest is just where the void hasn't been filled yet, with spirit. But all the manifest universes have been created in a foundation of love, in a true, foundation of higher wisdom and love. And of course, on Earth, we don't experience it that way all the time, but that's because we're here to work that out. So always opening to the love that's the key. And then, oh my goodness, these cards go together so well, both of these cards. This card is about setting healthy boundaries. And Armadillo Spirit says, set healthy boundaries. So that's it. That's truly it. It's the healthy boundaries. To open to love, you have to sit and create that healthy boundary to understand it and feel it. And then in your life, it won't be so hard in relationships where you have to walk away with groundhog, maybe, with the time to let go, to walk away from relationships that aren't loving anymore. If you don't have that mirror of love coming back to you, you're never going to have your real needs met. You're not going to have that intimate connection that you want in the relationship. So you're definitely going to have to let go of it at some point. And it might just be temporary until they learn that they haven't been loving and they want you back. and then again, it may be that it's just time to completely move on. But if you won't do it and take care of yourself, no one else can do that for you. And the love is everywhere. So you don't have to have a demand to get the love from the people who are not giving it. So, okay, well that's it. That's all I have for today. Thanks you guys, and I'll be back soon. Bye. Have a good day.